guys, good afternoon. We just came in from sitting outside and getting to greet our neighbors across the street and see their little children running around and playing and their dogs. What a lovely way to spend a couple moments in the sun. And after chatting with one of my neighbors, I decided to come in and make some brownies for him and for his kids and for his wife. His wife is a critical care nurse at Riverside and is just working so hard to keep us all safe and healthy. So we're gonna make a very simple cocoa brownie. Again, you probably have all the ingredients at your house, so let's see how it goes. I use one tool, the whisk. Is this the way the recipe calls for it? Probably not. Let's go into the Mrs. Steffes way. You're gonna put in some flour. This is 2/3 cup of flour. This is about, I don't know, 2/3 cup of sugar, but I'll post the recipe. I'm gonna put in like a 1/4 teaspoon of baking powder, and that's one thing I do kind of measure, because you want your rising agent to be right on it. And then I'm going to put in a 1/4 cup of cocoa, and you wanna add that to your dry ingredients. So cocoa is the thing we use. This is naturally unsweetened. It is Hershey's cocoa, basic stuff you get from the grocery store. I guarantee you have it in your house. And then what I like to add is a little bit of coffee grounds. So it just richens the chocolate. It doesn't make the brownies taste like chocolate or coffee, I'm sorry. It just richens the brownies a little bit. So I like to put that in. This is an espresso blend. I actually use decaf because Mr. Steffes thought that it might not be a good idea to calf up the kids. So just a little bit. This is like 2 teaspoons of espresso. You can use espresso powder. You can use any finely ground coffee that you like. And so we're gonna take our, important ingredient, a little bit of salt. Okay, guys? So again, with the iodized salt, all pregnant mommies need is to grow their children's brains. I'm gonna put in about a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Salt helps the rising agent work. This is all good science. So look at my bowl right here. You will see I have all the ingredients all separate, and we're gonna mix them up, and it's gonna turn into a really beautiful brown mixture. So you just take your whisk, and again, this is a great activity for kids to do. One of the things we don't want to do, and I didn't do this, is have lumps. If you want to put this all together and sift your ingredients, you can do that. I just wing it because that's just who I am. All right, so again, we'll make a little well, and we're gonna add some important ingredients. 1 egg, uno huevo. This is hard for me with my little thing. There we go. Don't put eggs down your drain. We're gonna add a little bit of butter. This is about 1/3 cup of melted butter. You can tell I love butter from all my posts. And we're gonna put in a little bit of vanilla. So again, I don't measure. I like a little bit of vanilla, and also, now that I'm thinking about it, just as a little secret ingredient, I think I'll put in a little bit of almond extract. So if you wanna follow me over here, you can put in any extra extract you want, but almond extract makes the brownies taste like they have a little tiny cherry flavor. And I'm gonna have to hand this over to Mr. Steffes because I can't open it, so we'll be right back with you.
Take 2.
Okay guys, so in real time that took a good amount of time to get that open. But anyway, this smells so good. It smells like maraschino cherries, but it's also very strong and you don't want to over flavor your brownies. So this is only gonna make an 8x8 pan, so all you wanna do is put a little dab in there. If I were gonna measure that, I'd say it's about 1/4 teaspoon, no more than 1/2, okay? So you have everything in here, almost, so let's zhuzh this up together. I just use a whisk. I'm a big fan of the fork or the whisk. If you only have a fork, hey, a fork works perfectly. Actually, probably better. Your batter's gonna be thick because you're going to put it in the pan like this. I'm going to go like that. I'm gonna get this off my whisk, and then I'm gonna add a special ingredient, and I'll be right back with you. Okay, guys, so you're gonna zhuzh that little mixture up until it looks like sort of fudge. And it's very, very yummy. Try not to eat any because it does have eggs. For a special treat, and since I'm making this for my neighbor's kids who are a freshman in high school, like a 4th grader, I'm gonna add some milk chocolate chips. There are all different kinds of chocolate chips available now. I'm putting in about 1/2 bag. A bag is usually like 2 to 2 1/4 cups, so I'm gonna put in about 1/2 bag. And then all I'm gonna do is lightly stir that around. Again, like with any batter, you just don't really wanna over mix it. All right, so once that's in, we're gonna catch a spatula, we're gonna put it in the pan, and I'll show you that as we stick it in the oven. Okay guys, so the batter is very thick, which is a good sign. It looks kind of like a very chocolate chippy fudge. You're gonna spread it in the pan. Make sure you go all the way to the corners, and you don't want the corners to burn. So make sure that it's thick enough in the corners. This is one of my favorite recipes ever. Just a little homemade quick brownie. And frankly, nobody needs more than an 8x8 pan. So if you want to do this, you're good to go. If for some reason you feel the need to double this recipe, make sure you mix it up really, really, really well. All right, so we're gonna put it in the oven and then we'll see what it looks like when it comes out. Okay guys, so I took a stick of butter and I just buttered the bottom of the pan, not the sides, because you want the brownie to stick and rise. But if you have ham spray or a little vegetable oil on a paper towel or a little bit of butter, just that very bottom of the pan you want to butter so that the brownies can come out nicely. I'm going to stick them into an already prepared 350 oven. So if you want to come over here. I don't know about timers. I kind of guess things and I kind of go by smell. You can go in the middle rack of the oven. Let's start with about, let's say, I like to go 15 minutes. We'll just put on a timer for 15 minutes. The oven is set for 350 and we'll see what it looks like after 15 minutes. Hey guys, so it turned out those brownies took about 16 minutes at 350, but I think they're ready. You want to make sure that in the center, if you come and look at this, they're not jiggling. So if I shake the pan around, you want no jiggles, and you want an even look all the way across. Now you can see there's some little holes in here, but that's because there's chocolate chips in there. So that's about 16 minutes at 350. Make sure you turn off your oven, all right? And we're gonna let that cool for a little bit, and then we're gonna put some yummy frosting on it. It is. Okay guys, so to finish these brownies off, I've decided just to go with a little powdered sugar, confectioner's sugar. You just put like a tablespoon in a little sifter, and all you have to do is sort of hit it a little bit as you go over your brownies, give it a light dusting. Looks like a little bit of snow, even though we're having a beautiful sunny day. I'm gonna cut these up and bring them to my neighbors with a blessing for peace and a nice little thank you card. Love you guys, and we hope to see you soon for our next What's Cooking with Mrs. Steffes.